Hello students, today we will discuss chapter number 8, Respiration in Living Organism. Let's start. As we know that every organism needs energy to carry out its life process, like we need energy to walk, run or do any work. We require energy to write, read, eat, talk. While we are sleeping, we need energy. From where we get this energy? We get this energy from the food we eat. So all the living organisms need energy, and we know that we get energy from the food. But how? By the process of respiration. As we know that all living organisms need oxygen. Respiration is the process of taking in oxygen, using it for the release of energy by breakdown of food, and eliminating the waste product carbon dioxide and water. Means that when we eat food, in food sugar is present. It combined with oxygen, and from where oxygen come? When we breathe, we take it oxygen. When the food combined with oxygen, it break down into simple substances. Then energy release. This energy we use for the various activities or life process. These are two main processes. External breathing means breathing, and second is internal breathing or cellular respiration. We will know these two processes one by one. As I told you that respiration involves two steps. Number 1, external respiration or breathing. Number 2, internal respiration or cellular respiration. Number first, breathing is the process where taking in air which is rich in oxygen and giving out air which is rich in carbon dioxide by the living organism with the help of their respiratory organs. So it is known as external respiration or breathing. And this oxygen is carried by the blood to each cell of the body. Internal respiration, the process of breakdown of food in the cell with the release of energy, is called internal respiration or cellular respiration. The oxygen which brought by the blood in first process by external respiration, it oxidizes the sugar which is present in the food in the form of glucose and energy release. So this process takes place in every cell, that is termed as internal or cellular respiration. So in short form, when by inhalation oxygen is present in the atmosphere, in the process of inhalation oxygen enter in the body. Through the blood circulation, oxygen mixes into the blood and it reaches in each cell. When it oxidizes with food, it releases energy and carbon dioxide. During exhalation, carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere and the energy utilized by the body. Respiration. Breakdown of food into carbon dioxide and water and release energy using oxygen. As I told you, aerobic respiration means with air. Air means with oxygen. Means breakdown of food. In food is the glucose form into, when it reacts with oxygen, it breaks down into carbon dioxide and water and release energy. So most of the living organisms carry out aerobic respiration, and these organisms are called aerobes. You can see this formula that glucose C6H12O6, when it reacts with oxygen, energy released and carbon dioxide and water also released. Respiration. Breakdown of food into alcohol and carbon dioxide with the release of energy without the use of oxygen. As I told you, anaerobic means without air. Without air means without oxygen. Breakdown of food into alcohol and carbon dioxide with the release of energy without the use of oxygen. Mostly it occurs in yeast and some bacteria which do not require oxygen during respiration. So they carry out this process. Such organisms are called anaerobes. And in both the respiration, in this anaerobic respiration, energy given out is much less than in aerobic respiration. So in aerobic, energy release more compared to anaerobic respiration. Few examples of anaerobic respiration. Yeast can respire anaerobically. Yeast is a single cell fungus. It feeds on the sugar present in the food and it respires anaerobically and release energy. And it has been used by human beings in various industries. Some examples are here. You can see two examples: making alcohol or wine or bread making. Number one, making wine or alcohol. When yeast respire anaerobically, it produces alcohol in the form of ethanol. Ethanol is the single drinking alcohol, and other alcohols are very dangerous for health, so we can use only for a drinking purpose ethanol. This alcohol used in the brewing industry. Brewing industry where we make the beers or alcohol. To make beer from barley grains. Also we produce wine, so we use yeast when it feeds sugar which is present in the grapes. Second example, bread making. It also releases carbon dioxide during the respiration, and this carbon dioxide used in bakeries to make breads and cake. When we add yeast to moist dough of the flour, it respires using the sugar because yeast react with sugar and it produces carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide forms bubble in the dough and make the bread and cake rise. As the bread or cake bake, the yeast is killed, alcohol evaporate and carbon dioxide also escape into the atmosphere. This process is known as fermentation. So fermentation is the process break down the substances into simple substances by using these microorganisms like yeast and bacteria to creating wines, beer and other foods product. Example of anaerobic respiration. Our muscles also respire anaerobically but only for a short period of time, like during heavy exercises, fast running, cycling, walking for many hours. The demand for energy is high, but the supply of oxygen to produce the energy is limited. For example, like we are running, our leg muscles need a lot of energy and they respire very fast, so they do not get sufficient oxygen from the blood. Then they respire anaerobically, so they do not produce alcohol like yeast, so they make lactic acid to fulfill the demand of extra energy. Our muscles, in the absence of oxygen, break down into lactic acid. The food in the form of glucose, it breaks down into lactic acid and release some energy. You can see here that glucose is break down into lactic energy and energy is released. After a heavy exercise, you have noticed that you feel some pains in your muscles or some cramps are there. These cramps occur when the muscles cells respire anaerobically, and the breakdown of glucose into lactic acid it accumulates in the muscles and it causes muscles cramp. We get relief from these cramps after a hot water bath or a massage. So this hot water bath and massage increases the blood circulation. When the blood circulation increase, supply of oxygen also release, so our muscles is continue the aerobic respiration and we feel comfortable, and the lactic acid is slowly removed and it breaks down into carbon dioxide and water. Between aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration, it takes place in the presence of oxygen and absence of oxygen. Complete breakdown of food, here incomplete breakdown of food. End products are carbon dioxide and water, here end products are carbon dioxide and alcohol or lactic acid. Large amount of energy is released, here very small amount of energy released. So I hope you understood something about this chapter in this part 1.